Leanne Shea with Aviation Week here with David Seymour, Senior Vice President of Technical Operations for American Airlines. We're here in American Airlines' new Hangar 2, which is just opening today, despite the -4-degree temperature outside. David, how is this new hangar going to impact your operations here at O'Hare?
Oh, this is a phenomenal facility that we're moving in. It's the first new hangar that the airline has built in over 20 years for the airline somewhere around the whole system. So it's great for our aircraft maintenance technicians to be able to get into this facility, but it really opens up a lot of flexibility for us to be able to put in what aircraft we need to. So it's got the flexibility of taking 3 wide-body aircraft, 6 narrow-body, or some mix of that. But as you mentioned, in a day like today, at -4 degrees, the mechanics would much prefer to be in. And that's at 4 degrees during the day. At night, it's a lot colder, and that's where a lot of the work gets done here. But this is just going to give us a lot more flexibility to get work done here in Chicago.
The hangar that this one is replacing is 60 years old and is going to be torn down soon. What are the main differences between this state-of-the-art hangar and the old one from an operational standpoint?
Yeah, from an operational, first I'd like to say is, we're inside the hangar, the aircraft in the hangar. I would love to be able to take some shots outside, but the lighting, if you go in one of our other hangars, you get the lighting, you get much better facilities in terms of where they can manage their work. If you look at the floor, we, layout here, we have, a lot of stuff that we had to, power and other equipment we needed, we now have hit. So as the plane pulls in, open up a door, or you raise up a tower, and they can start plugging in the things that they need, like water and power and all that, that before they'd have to run hoses back and forth. You also get the flexibility of this hangar. We have doors on both sides, so if you want to, you can push the airplane right through. And so it just adds a lot of capability here. It's a fresh, inviting environment. And our aircraft maintenance technicians, again, the bulk of our aircraft maintenance technicians in Chicago and any of our hubs work at night. They don't work during the day, they work at night, and so to give them something that can get them out of the elements to be able to do their work, so they can really stay focused on the work that they have. The fact is, this hangar is also attached to our other hangar, so we get a lot of efficiencies. The old hangar that they used to work in that's going to be torn down, that was a little drive over there. So the inefficiencies that we have of they're all working over there, I need a particular part that's over at this facility, they got to do a lot of back and forth so they can become a lot more efficient in getting the work done.
American Airlines has a very young fleet and has an active fleet renewal. How is that changing the dynamics of what you do here in your other maintenance operations worldwide?
Yeah, well, what this is, I think this is a great question, and I think what this is really doing is what we've really done is concentrate here in Chicago, the 787 in our wide-body operations. We used to have a lot of different wide-body fleets come through Chicago, and we really decided to centralize them here. So we really look at Chicago as being a 787 center of excellence. And what does that really mean? That means that our AMTs here in Chicago get really experienced in the aircraft, not only in the RO maintenance that we do, the maintenance done at night, but also during the day, because they see the aircraft over and over again. And this is predominantly on the wide-body side. This is all they work on. So they can get really good. We can put some specialized tasks in here. Right now, they're starting to do some engine changes, so they're really getting good at that. But again, you get a center of excellence. You take some specialized. You get a lot of standardization of those tasks.
What is your overall strategy here for O'Hare?
Well, O'Hare is very important to our overall network for American Airlines in terms of where our growth is, and we've done some shifting in terms of where we're flying, but we're going to be opening new markets that take American into some more cities within Europe. And that's really where we're focused on. This coming summer that we're going to have will actually be, from a departure standpoint, the largest departure volume that we will have in American Airlines in its history.
So I'm assuming this hangar is going to be the role model hangar for future hangars at American?
I think what I'd say is I think it's going to be the envy for a lot. Anytime you get the new shiny toy, you're always the envy. But in some cases here, building new hangars is a large endeavor. But it's not, just because we haven't built new ones. We've done a lot of refurbishment around the network. We've invested over $25 billion since the merger on facility improvements, big and small. And so we've done enhancements to our hangar at Washington Reagan. We've done enhancements to our facility down in St. Louis, and then some of our heavy maintenance maintenance hangars in Tulsa, and down in Dallas-Fort Worth we've done other enhancements. And then around the network we've gotten new rooms, new break rooms, new facilities for them to work in, because it's important. And as anybody, you spend sometimes more time at work than you do at home. We need to give them a really good environment, an environment that they can be proud of to work in.
Sounds good. Well, $250 million investment here in this new Hangar 2 at O'Hare, and $25 million since US Airways and American merged. So that's quite a bit of investment. Thank you, David.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you.
your time.